Before we even start, take a breath with me. If you landed on this video, it's not random. I don't believe in random timing. I believe in alignment. So whatever is on your mind right now, money, health, a person, a decision, something that feels stuck, this message is going to speak directly to that. I'm going to channel what's shifting, what's forming behind the scenes, and what you need to do so you don't block it. Stay with me until the end, because the most important part is always the last 2 minutes. That's where the activation happens. Let's get into it. Okay, this one feels different. Not loud, not chaotic, solid, grounded. If you've been seeing 999 lately, repeatedly, or you just felt drawn to this video without knowing why, I need you to understand something first. 999 is not about loss. It's not about punishment. It's about completion. And completion is not the same as something being taken from you. Completion means something has reached its limit. And when something reaches its limit, it can no longer block what's next. So let's talk about the block. There has been something in your life that felt like resistance. Maybe money that won't stabilize, a job situation that won't clarify, a relationship stuck in silence, a health concern that lingers without answers. It's been dragging. And what makes it worse is that you've been doing the work. You've been trying. You've been adjusting. And still, it felt like pushing against a wall. That wall? It's cracking. 999 is the energy of final cycle closure. Not dramatic collapse, structural ending. The kind where you look back later and realize, oh, it had to end that way. And this is the key. What's ending is not your desire. It's the version of the path that wasn't aligned. There was a version of success, a version of love, a version of health, a version of stability that required struggle. That version is expiring. That's the completion. And you may have felt it recently, a strange exhaustion with fighting, I can't do this the same way anymore moment. That is the signal. The final block is breaking because you stopped feeding it with fear. Blocks are sustained by fear, overanalysis, and attachment to how things must happen. When you loosened that grip, even slightly, the structure started weakening. And now, the shift doesn't require force. It requires allowance. Here's what I'm seeing. Within days, not months, there is a visible sign that the cycle ended. This could look like an unexpected conversation, a sudden redirection in career, a financial door opening that wasn't the one you were staring at, a physical improvement after plateau, or even clarity about someone that releases emotional weight instantly. But listen carefully. The ending part may feel quiet, almost anticlimactic. Because 999 energy is mature. It's not chaos, it's closure. You won't feel explosion, you'll feel release. And release creates speed. When something completes energetically, the next phase doesn't crawl in. It moves quickly because the space is already cleared. That's why this feels close. You're not at the beginning of a journey. You're at the end of a chapter. Now let's talk specifically. If this is about money, the block was not lack, it was misalignment. There was income or opportunity trying to approach from a different direction, but you were focused on one doorway. 999 clears the wrong doorway, so the right one becomes visible. If this is about career, the stagnation was preparing a pivot, not a loss, a pivot. Something you thought you wanted may no longer fit the version of you forming right now. If this is about health, the stress cycle around it has been amplifying symptoms. As stress reduces, improvement accelerates. The completion is the anxiety pattern, not your body. If this is about love, the dynamic of chasing or overgiving has ended. That version of you expired. And when that version expires, the other side either steps up or steps out. Either way, forward movement happens. 999 also carries a truth. What leaves was never sustainable long term. And what enters now has longevity energy. You didn't fail. You outgrew. There's a big difference. And some of you needed to hear that sentence exactly like that. The final block is breaking because you are no longer the person who created it. Your nervous system is calmer. Your reactions are slower. Your standards are clearer. Your tolerance for chaos is lower. That combination destabilizes old patterns automatically. Here's what you do right now. Do not resurrect what's ending. Do not revisit the old storyline. Do not text first out of panic. Do not accept crumbs because you fear emptiness. Let the cycle finish fully. Tonight, before you sleep, say one sentence in your mind. I release the version that no longer fits. That's it. No ritual, no overthinking, just that. And then watch. Because completion energy is powerful. When a door closes fully, pressure builds behind the next one. And when that opens, it feels natural, not forced, not dramatic, just right. If you've been seeing 999, this is your confirmation. The block was never permanent. It was structural, and structures end. The final block is breaking. Let it. And when the shift becomes visible, and it will, come back and write, cycle closed. That acknowledgement seals momentum. This is not an ending of your desire. It's the ending of the struggle around it, and that changes everything. Now listen carefully. If this resonated even slightly, that means the shift has already started. Do not overthink it. Do not test it. Let it unfold. When the movement happens, and it will, come back and comment, confirmed. It locks the timeline in, psychologically and energetically. And if you're still here, subscribe, because this channel isn't about hype. It's about precision timing. I'll see you in the next transmission.